Hello and welcome back, Raiders and Raiderettes. Chesty Puller here with a very quick video on the details and the things that matter that can help you with Spider 20 and above. If you're struggling on this, and I just had to play around with different teams, and I'll show you what works and why it works. I've got a very weird team. I don't think it would be your standard team. I have two revivers, but I'm not using them for their revivability. The thing that kills the spider is the burn, and you want to get the burn, an AoE burn on all the spiderlings. If you just have a burn on the spider, it helps, but that's not going to kill. And you can see my tyrant is not booked all the way. He could have a cooldown where he could do more of those things and more damage as well. I would like to book Tyrant eventually. He was my first champion, actually. I'm surprised he's not booked. Now I'm going to be using Siphi, but not for her ability to revive, but because she puts an increased speed on the entire team. She does randomly sleep a spiderling, and so that's helpful. But she also heals for 10%. So she's basically a healer and a speed. She's not very powerful and she's not going to do much damage. But what you want to do is not kill the spiderlings. You want to get the spiderlings burning, and then I bring Syl of the Drakes in to stun them. She stuns everybody with her A2. And I'll show the gear at the end here. It's nothing special. Believe me, it's nothing special. The worst thing about my account is my gear. But she also puts a decreased speed. All right. And that's only a one attack. So hopefully she puts it on there, because this is full auto. Hopefully she puts it on there on the spider and not on a spiderling. Here we have, this is the only thing she's going to use, is her Psychic Whip. These other two abilities are turned off. That's the only special thing about any of the AI setup, is I only allow Allure to do her A1. And then we have Coldheart here, who does a 100% turn meter reduction. She has a heal reduction. She has poison, decreased axe rate, and that lands and everything. And as long as it lands on the spiderlings, that also helps. But we are trying not to kill the spiderlings. We just want the spiderlings to burn. And if the spiderlings can be stunned and burn, then they can't attack you. And so the whole trick here is don't let the spider take a turn. The main spider, don't let it take a turn. Use all of the turn meter control of the Coldheart. Actually, Syl of the Drakes has a turn meter control, and Allure has turn meter control. And just try to control. So here we got stuns and burns out, okay? Now when those spiderlings decide to try to take a move, it's going to cause a lot of damage on the spider. You see how quickly the spider is draining away. And just keep an eye on that turn meter up at the top. The spider itself has not taken a turn. Occasionally, the spiderlings take a turn. Now, this is all RNG. Sometimes this is a about 1 minute run. Not sub, but like 1 minute and 9 seconds, sometimes 1 minute and 15 seconds or something like that, depends. And usually I do not need to revive anybody, but I do have 2 revivers in there just in case. And on my last run here, you'll see that Coldheart does take a fall, and she gets picked, immediately back up. It's so fast that you can't even see it. So that one, minute 18, again, this team with 2 revivers and 2 control turn meter control champions doesn't really look like it's going to do a lot of damage. But Tyrant is the one killing the spider and the spiderlings with his burn. It's all about the burn. So you got to get a burn champion in there and try to get turn meter control. Another turn meter control and speed champion that everyone has is Vizix. Okay, she doesn't work for me as well as Syl. Syl has that awesome ability to stun, an AoE stun, and as well as the speed, and she has a little bit of turn meter control. Now Vizix has turn meter control and reduce the speed, and she's very good for this fight as well. But this is not your typical, spider comp that you see. And additionally, I had to come up with this on my own because I couldn't get through it. I watched a bunch of videos, and the people weren't explaining to me, the things that worked and why they worked. I don't think many people discussed the turn meter control aspect of it, and so my fights were taking like 6 or 7 minutes because the spider kept healing up. Now here we're going to take a look. Siphi is booked, and she is kind of fast, 317. She doesn't have to be that fast. She's one of my arena champions, so that's why she's super fast. Not fast enough, actually. I'd like her to be a lot faster, but my gear is not great. Let's see. So Syl, pretty normal stuff. If you look at these stats, you can pause it and look at these stats. Nothing special. 153 speed on Tyrant. He doesn't have high attack. Remember, it's the burn that's doing the damage, and the burn. It doesn't matter what your champion is. Burns are kind of like a standard damage, but it has to be an AoE burn. So if you don't have a Tyrant, there's a couple of others out there. I've experimented with using my other burn champions. Maybe a Mordecai would be even better, and everyone should have Mordecai because he was part of the fusion. And let's see. We'll do one more run, and there's a CBC going on, and I don't want this gear. I'm just trying to help the clan because this is the only tournament right now that has any points coming out of it. So I'm just trying to burn through some energy to bump up our CVC. But on this last run here, you'll see towards the end, my Coldheart does die. It doesn't happen very often, but let me tell you, if you have this team, and you probably have much better gear than I do, you'll be sub 1 minute, and I'll speed this team up. And I just played around with it today and got it going. But I'll speed this team up because I'll work on gear and books and things like this. But this is a guaranteed to win 20, 21, and 22. I use the same team for 23, 24, and 25, but it takes a lot longer. And for those battles, you absolutely need the revive. But for 20 and 21, you don't need the revive. So yeah, Coldheart's getting beat up here a little bit, and they're going after her, and she's gonna fall down. But watch how quickly she stands back up again. I mean, Siphi just raises her right up. Sorry, I don't know why it's so glitchy. And the spider's almost dead, but, well, I thought she died. Maybe she didn't. Well, I hope this was helpful. Have a good one, guys. See you next time.